Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your breakfast in bed. And then make sure the family gets off to church to hear a sermon on honoring your mother, the fifth commandment. And yes, fathers get in on that too. That still leaves lots of time for chocolates and flowers. Mind you, I have some contrary ideas about Mother's Day and children's birthdays. I think mothers should be celebrating their children on Mother's Day, for having the children made them mothers, the greatest delight in one's life. On the other hand, I think children should take their mothers out to lunch on the child's birthday. After all, giving birth to them was the best birthday gift they ever received. But that's not the way it works, and this is one windmill I don't intend to tilt against. Today, we get to celebrate the job that never ends, one that begins 9 months before the child was born, with vitamins and morning sickness and dreams of what could be. The dreams often change, but the theme doesn't. We dream of our child growing to be the very best and happiest human being they can be. We want them to be successful and honorable, God-loving and God-fearing, and courageous, patient, and adventurous. In other words, just about perfect. Even when the ideal is scaled down to human proportions, the dreams continue. Offset, of course, by the nightmares of fears for their health and safety, concerns for their career and finances, and worries about who will take advantage of their tender heart. The hardest part of being a mother is learning how to let go, to do your very best to pass on the values you have: faith, honesty, care for others, a commitment to hard work, and the willingness to accept challenges, starting with them. You take them to church on Sundays so that they grow in faith. You take them to school and supervise their homework so that they can succeed. You watch their sports finals and dancing recitals. You take them for their regular checkups and make hot lemonade when they're sick. And eventually, the day comes when they disappoint. They stay out too late Saturday night to get to church Sunday morning. Or they choose a college other than your alma mater. Or they move to a distant city in pursuit of their dreams. Or they trek across Europe one summer rather than taking the internship that would open doors for them. And the crowning glory? They seem about to marry someone who doesn't even like you. But those are the days you ought to sit back and rest on your laurels. The evidence that your efforts are succeeding. You have turned that totally needy and dependent babe into an increasingly independent adult in whom you have every reason to take pride. It's always hard to watch your child in pain, hurting, or grieving, no matter the cause. Skin knees, ski accidents, sunburns, lost football games, and lost debates. Report cards that reflected too much play and not enough work. Broken hearts and unsuccessful job applications. The death of someone they love. But how they deal with each success and failure speaks to how well you did your job. Whether they take credit or seek excuses says a lot. Whether they turn to you for solutions or to discuss options speaks to their level of independence. When they deprive themselves of vacations or a shopping spree to save for a long-term goal, that speaks to maturity. When their budget includes church and charity, that says the values you sought to instill have paid off. Yet the largest challenge, the hardest one to accept, is yet to come. Preparing them for the day they will no longer find you at the other end of the phone, your home a place to enjoy a family dinner, or to help plant the garden. Because the day will come when you will be gone. And ultimately, that is the last thing for which we need to prepare our children. The kindest thing we can do for them is to make sure that they are capable, accountable, and independent. And that's what mothers strive for once beyond the breast milk and dry diapers stage. Of course we want them to miss us, miss our taco birthday parties and Easter brunch after church. But it's important that they no longer need us. to have wonderful lives. We would not want them to be devastated by our loss, unable to function, or in need of psychotherapy to get by. And the letting go that lets them grow starts with their first steps as you withdraw your fingers, their first day at school that they go to walk alone, their first bike ride without training wheels. That's how long you've been working on this. And each step along the way, you faced with your heart in your throat and a prayer on your lips. And that's how you give your child independence. And that's exactly what God has given us. Free will, the ability to fail and succeed, the ability to make friends or enemies, the ability to fall down and then get back up again, the ability to serve God or ignore Him. Learning how to use free will and the limits that need to be imposed upon it, that's what growing up is all about. Fortunately, God gave us one great advantage: parents. And this is the day we honored mothers who were there to teach and prod, to wipe away tears and to pat on the back. Mothers who do their very best to be there when they're needed or wanted and get busy elsewhere when that is for the best. And grannies who delight in spoiling grandchildren as one couldn't one's own children. So today we remember our mothers and we bask in the attention of our children. We remember those who were so instrumental in making us what we are today. Even in our rebellions, we learned. Even when we ignored and disrespected our mothers, we grew in experience and, hopefully, knowledge of why we do or don't do things. And we whisper a thank you that our mothers denied the overpowering instinct to wrap us in bubble wrap and defend us from all hurt. Without that, we wouldn't be the people that our mothers are proud to call their own. And a thank you to all the mothers who, like the Virgin Mary, raised their children to reach their destiny without hindering them too much along the way. Happy Mother's Day, and a thank you to all the children who made us mothers. Have a wonderfully blessed day. Amen. Strange how the homemade efforts are so much more appreciated on this day of all the days of the year. Hand-painted cards with corny messages, your favorite home-baked cookies, the dandelion bouquet. Children are endlessly creative. I hope your family includes a talented one or two.